Hey everyone, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV. I forgot to record the last video, so I'm gonna have to rip that from Twitch, but we're here with more Conjurer quests. I think this one's the level 10 one. Yes. Trial by Wind. Greetings, Miro. Each time we meet, the part of a Conjurer befits you ever better. In your previous lesson, you learned about the elements of Earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the Wind. Travel to Full Flower Comb in the East Shroud and seek out the teachings of Hero Wolfui. I'm just gonna call him Wolfeu. Though scant few years have passed since her coming of age, Wolfeu is a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. I mean, wouldn't you be the better tutor? But I digress. Maybe he's not. Okay, so we got our Ember Rune. Hey, 10 Gauge, we're doing Conjurer quests in FF14 right now. Hey there, Wolfeu. You must be Miro. Sumion sent word to expect you. It shall be my pleasure to instruct you on the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed? Pray forgive my hesitation. It was but recently that I attained the title of hearer, and well, you are my first student. Yes, I believe I have a suitable task for you. The east of Sweet Boomplayer, there is a small spring, giving rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of honeybee swarm, which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhap you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your study. I sympathize, Miro. But trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will deepen your understanding of the wind. Alright, off we go. But are you wearing the slime hat? Nah. I don't bother, sorry. I don't bother with, using glamour prisms on my lower level jobs because they actually changed gear far too often. That said, I should change the Black Mage to Slime Hat now. That was fast. Alright, so I killed some bees, so now I understand the wind better, right? Okay, Bob Dole, I guess you're taking up this cutscene. Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more? Tell me, did you happen to notice many of the Vilekins' preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I asked because there were none. Strange then, is it not that the bees should choose to congregate there? And what has caused this aberrant behavior? Still your mind and reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless creatures along in its wake. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such as a disturbance bespeaks corruption. Return to the spring near Sweet Bloom Pier and search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjuring to disperse it. You just came back from lunch and deciding what to play? Well, isn't this time to play, Isn't this time to play, Path of the Righteous? Oh, hey look, corrupted air. I will grant this one. This one has like a really cool spell effect in it, and we don't really see that all that often. Literally loading that as we speak. See? I wonder if I can put it to sleep. I did. The sprite's presence is palpable. You should not face it alone. kind of fighting raw sludge as well. Leave the healing to me. Channel your energies into something. Well done. The wind no longer keens its frustration. Let us return to Full Flower. Tangage, would you date somebody who insisted on wearing Doc Martens to bed? And during relations? No. I must apologize for exposing you to such danger. The corruption was greater than I anticipated, but it is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, Miro, what did you learn as you struggled with the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed the wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. Those are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with the wind's capacity for patient destruction. No land is a stranger to its power. When you stand under the distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lessons you have learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested itself at such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I have taught you, would have taught you had it not. Yet the growing frequency of such phenomena begins to concern me. While it is true that the calamity brought much harm upon the Twelveswood, I suspect some other forces at work here. I bid you remain wary, Miro. But enough of these ominous ramblings. I regret to say that your time with me is at an end. Return to Stillglade Fane and inform Brother Isumi of your newfound mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending such a willing first student. Alright. If there was something sexier, you'd be down. I hate Doc Martens. For your information, Bookamy has a Mastodon, and in a level or two, he should be able to ride it. Excellent. Have you made famous streamer Vector? It'd be hard to make a character that does the famous streamer justice. You'd be a cameramancer. Welcome back, Miro. The elementals inform me that you have opened your ears to the voice of the wind. That is well. Having made allies of 2 elements, you are well on your way along the path of conjuring. Though full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. They made you study wind? Why bother? You don't need wind to heal things, whatever those dreary lessons tell you. Conjuring is inextricably bound with nature, Sylphie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume by your presence here that you have once again abandoned your tutors? You must understand, if you persist in casting spells without the proper knowledge, I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn conjuring the same way she did and become just as great a conjurer. You'll see. But I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother Izumi. I wanted to tell you that I've discovered how to cast rays. What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do. What you risk. You are meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Even you, should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of your name of conjurer and banish you from the halls. Do I make myself clear? Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if I was trying to hurt anyone. But that's... Sylphie, my dear child. That is precisely the point. My apologies, Miro. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. As you have just heard, Sylphie's mother was also a conjurer. A conjurer who was unable to use any spells outside of the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylphie seeks to emulate her in every way. It is rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylphie to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I feel my inability to set upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I'm only glad that those same failings have not hindered you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe that you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power, and more shall be yours shall you persevere with our art. As indeed I hope you shall. Yet, however much you grow, however powerful you become, remember that ours is power borrowed, not taken. Nice, we can get a maple crook, not good. Alright. Trial by water. Oh, I forgot water is one that we work with. Get an ash one, these are not good for us either. It is good to see you again, Miro. By the aura you exude, it is plain that you have grown further as a conjurer. The time has come for you that you acquaint yourself with the third element of our art, water. The first part of your lesson, you are to take this flask of pristine water and pour it at the foot of the hedge tree found near the hawthorn hut. The water purity will draw forth the corrupting entity that is siphoning the tree's life force. Dispatch this being and then speak with Brother Joachim at the hawthorn hut. As you might expect, he is a conjurer with a finer ear for the murmurings of the Birken stream. Listening well to his advice, if you would learn to master the element of water. Okay. So as you can see, we have a certain theme here going with the conjurer quests of draw out an elemental and kill it. Yes, Vector, if you were to capture your awesomeness in D&D style class, what would it be? Huh. Under this tree. This tree even has clothes. A flask of water drawn from the banks of a pristine lake in Eastshroud. No clue, too much to contain. It's dead. We victorious. What the fuck? Oh, okay, he's in. Greetings, Miro. Brother Isumi informed me of your coming. I assume it was you who purified the befouled water at the hedge tree? The joyous bubbling of the elementals was a pleasure to hear. On behalf of both of them and myself, I thank you. Some kind of summoner will do as long as you can make your own minions. There you go. Now, without further ado, let us speak of that which Brother Isumi sent you here to learn. I trust you did not find it strange to be asked to tend to a tree when your lesson this day concerns the element of water. One need not have studied botany to realize that the forest requires more than rich soil to flourish. Water is essential for carrying the nutrients in the earth from a tree's root all the way to the very tip of its leaves. This precious liquid is the lifeblood of the Twelveswood. Without it, naught would grow. But should it rise in too great a volume and too swiftly, the nourishing flow becomes a crashing wave that washes away all before it. It is important to realize that all of nature is in balance. As conjuring derives its power from nature, we must take care not to use our art in a manner like to disrupt this state. Even must we be mindful of the ceaseless tug of war, or ever must we be mindful of the ceaseless tug of war embodied in creation, this fruitful stalemate of the elements. Brother Joachim, are you about? I'm here. What has transpired? A herd of young antelope stags have gone berserk. I don't know what got them so panicked, but there's no calming them now. The mad beast gored the soldiers sent to shepherd them away from the civilian settlement, leaving us with a pile of wounded over Jocelyn's spire, and not enough hands to staunch the bleeding. We need a healer, and fast. I'm curious. I sense nothing amiss in the whispers of the elementals. What could have frightened the ants of these antelopes so? Ah, apologies. I shall revisit these musings anon. Let us make haste. If matters are as chaotic as you say, I fear the number of injured may be rising as we speak. I doubt that we too will suffice. We must divide our forces. Miro, travel straight away to Jocelyn Spire and tend to the wounded. I shall endeavor to rally further healers. I follow you to after bearing what restorative unguents I can. You, sir, head to Stillgate Fane and beseech the aid of Brother Izumi. It's a good thing I know where Jocelyn Spire is. Who are a conjurer, you say? Praise Nathaka. You've come at a moment. Not a moment too soon. Sounds like yet more wounded have just been carried in. Pray offer them what aid you can. I'm not doing that. Where are they? Oh, they're just out here on the ground. I can breathe again. Thank you. These folk are out of danger for the present, but I fear our reprieve shall be brief. The battle with the stag yet rages, and there are reports of yet more wounded. I bid you to join the Woodwillers and help put an end to this. Seek them off the road that leads just to the northeast, and do not worry. My art should be sufficient to prevent matters from worsening here. Now go. Off we go, Bubble. Off we go. Oh, look, Sylphie's here. Come to lend a hand, have you? Quickly. Wait. The fight is this way. I'm scratching my side and Mira jumps up and is like smacking my hand away. Are we storying? Kinda. We're side questing. We're doing the Conjurer side quests. Right now we're in the Great Antelope War. Conjurer, your aid! This soldier needs all my attention. Please help the other Woodwillers. Okay. See, Sophie's missing one key detail of her lesson, that she thinks just healing is a means of healing. But if you kill things faster, you don't need to heal them. Like when I pair with a white mage on my paladin, what I tend to do what I tend to do when I'm on my white mage is, or when I'm with a white mage, is I'll let them use their ability to, stun mobs over and over again with Holy. And once the diminishing returns on stun are gone, I'll then pop my immunity. This guy sucks, taking so much damage. Which leads to like 20 seconds of me barely taking any damage. Miss? I'm fine. Don't mind me. Pray, tell me we were not too late. Sylvie, what have you done? I forbade you from using such methods. Guildmaster! I will not see you repeat your mother's mistakes. My mother never did anything wrong. Mira, may I ask that you follow her, please? I fear my presence will only serve to provoke her further. She cannot have gone far in her weakened state. Well then. Anyway, Cheshire, how you doing? Yeah, we're doing the story quest right now for Conjurer, which is the healing class we're going to be playing when we get to Shadowbringers. I'm just getting the quests out of the way. I don't understand. When I try to cast spells, nothing happens. When I reach for my power, there's just nothing there. Is this what the Guildmaster was trying to warn me about? He said I was repeating my mother's mistakes. The same thing happened to her. Losing her magic, I mean. And then she... Am I going to die? This can't be happening. I didn't think... Please, I need to be alone. Alright, off to Stillglade Plain we go then. To the Conjurer's Guild we go. I had someone yelling at me in game the other day, telling me I can't run away. It was pretty funny. The water's potable again. That's good. You? Hey, we were just doing the trial of water. How topical. It appears Cheshire also had his own trial of water. Miro, you have returned at last. Were you able to speak with Sylphie? I see. I once taught you that conjurers harness the power of nature that we might bring about change. Earth, wind, water, healing. The principle is no different. For the art of mending, we draw on the boundless life force of nature and bestow it upon the wounded. Sylphie has never sought to borrow from that bounty. Her powers to heal stems from her own life force. The vital energies of mortals, however, finite. And now that which I have most feared has come to pass. Her mother unwittingly took her own life through the continued use of her healing skills, and Sylphie's aptitude for the art is, if anything, even greater. Thus, it is not unexpected that she should reach the limits of her strength at a much earlier age. If we do not intervene, this terrible tragedy will be repeated, and I, for one, could not bear to see the child suffer the same fate as her mother. Did you explain any of this to her? I shall think on a solution to this dark dilemma. It may be that I will have to need of your assistance in the near future, Miro. Do not doubt your abilities. You are a conjurer who has passed the trials of earth, wind, and water. You go closer to nature with every passing day, and I sense within you the seeds of greatness. If your encounter with water, you learned its role as a bringer of life, but you also felt the implacable power of surging wave as it swept you along its path. Like earth and wind, and nature at large, the element of water is possessed of more than one aspect. Having completed the third lesson, I am satisfied that you have mastered the fundamentals of conjuring. Yet this is just the beginning of your journey. Henceforth, you must strive to attune yourself ever more closely with the elements and to nature. Okay. Sylphie's Trials. Okay, we can get an Elm Crook, that's level 20. None of these are better than what we have, I don't think. Okay. Greetings, Marrow. You radiate the confidence of a conjurer who neglects not her study of the elements. I confess I have no lesson for you to learn this day. Instead, I would ask that you aid me in the education of another. Yes, I speak of Sylphie. After no small amount of prompting, bordering on coercion, the child has finally promised to attempt to embrace the forces of nature. But I'm afraid the matter is not so easily resolved. Sylphie has never attempted to learn the basic offensive spells that you and most other conjurers mastered before first venturing into the wild. As such, she is ill-equipped to undertake the trials which furnished you and your peers with an understanding of the elementals. Put simply, she is no match for the tainted spirits of nature. But if a more capable conjurer were to accompany her and purify the corruption in her stead, it may yet serve to impress upon her the power of the forces at work. I bid you take her on a pilgrimage around the Twelveswood and give her the opportunity to witness these confrontations firsthand. Earth, wind, water, she must know them all. Show her the majesty of the primal ferocity of nature. As it was with you, let Earth be her first lesson. Sylphie awaits you at Bent Branch Meadows. Pray, forgive my presumption, but I thought it best to send her on ahead, while her conviction remains strong. Once you have located the patch of corrupted soil at Bent Branch, draw forth the tainted sprite and let her witness the struggle that ensues. May the elementals aid you in this endeavor, Marrow. Okay, so a bit long-winded there, but let's head to Bent Branch because I'm going to buy some more Gisal grains while we're there. Okay. Carbon. Oh. Where is the vendor? There. Okay, first, let's prepare a gift. Not sure how much I need to do, but it's only 68 gil. Okay. Next, let's purchase items, I believe. Yes. Gisal green. Let's get 20 of them. There, let's summon Bob Dole to our side. There he goes. Alright. He will now fight with us. Hey, Sylphie. He's right there. Let's... This elemental is level 20. Look at that Stone 2 spell. Ah! I wasn't scared. I was just a little startled, that's all. It was as if a mass of solid wrath had erupted from the ground. I've never felt anything like... never mind. We have to head to the Bannock next. Let's get this over with. The fuck is the Bannock? What's over there? Okay, that's actually not all that far. Your cabbages. No, your cabbages are fine. We were helping them. Cabbages, barely even lettuce. Dead. Gods! The winds blew straight through me. I felt both gentle and sharp at the same time. I can't explain it. This is something you can conjure? Let's be on our way. The last one is at Lilystone. Okay. I think I can just fly over here now. Saves much time. Sylphie got here fast too, so I guess she can also fly. The lake is so beautiful. I never noticed how clearly the sky is reflected in its surface. I never noticed. Let's head back. I'm ready to speak with the Guildmaster now. Yeah, that was quick. Well, the question is, what else is it going to have me do? Because it can't be that easy. Airbender fan, I see. I mean, she does seem to like the air. My character can use the powers of wind and earth. And at one point we had spells that used water as well, but I don't know if we have fluid aura anymore. We might. We don't seem to as a conjurer, but maybe White Mage signs it. You don't think I know the reference? What? Avatar: The Last Airbender? No, I was just getting to the point that my character, Oh. Yeah. No, I don't. I've never watched the show, so I don't know the reference to the cabbages. Welcome back, my avid conjurers. How fared you in your encounter with the elements? Sophie, what did you sense as Miro cleansed the sources of corruption? It's hard to explain. It was like hearing voices crying out in joy. And I felt their happiness wash over me. The world seemed sharper, more alive. It was almost as if nature were speaking to me. But why, Brother Izumi? Why did my mother teach me to avoid this side of conjuring? What was she so afraid of? There are certain truths that hide behind the mask of our words, and there is much that your mother didn't tell you. But you needn't seek all the answers at once, Sylvie. Even now, your mind founders amidst a sudden inundation of awareness. The first time we connect with nature can be a wonderful but disorienting experience. I suggest you allow yourself some time to adjust to this new perspective. Yes, Guildmaster. Yeah, my gratitude, Mira. Thanks to you, Sophie has taken a most important step. You heard her mention voices crying out in joy, did you not? It appears the mother's gift has been passed on to the daughter. Such sensitivity is not something one can achieve through meditation and training, but a blessing that only a few fortunate chosen receive. And as you have no doubt surmised, Sophie's mother was one such person. The misunderstanding of that blessing, however, was what led her down at such a tragic path. We cannot allow Sophie's astonishing talents to consume her in such a manner. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. The girl has barely awoken to her potential, and for that potential to be fully realized, your support is yet needed. I suspect she failed to mention that the promise of your involvement in her lessons was the reason for her change of heart. Ah, you underestimate the impression your quiet determination has made on young Sophie. It modestly prevents you from acknowledging your own good deed. Consider this task a part of your training, for conjurers are healers of wounds, be they physical or otherwise. Walk with her on her journey, Miro, and together explore the myriad mysteries of nature. Well, that was fast. Let's end this recording though, guys. Thank you for watching, those of you on YouTube. We're going to set up another one here shortly where we're going to go through the level 25 quest.